Hey cat lovers, and welcome back to another video. When it comes to questions about your cat, there is truly an endless amount to wonder about, from their unique vocal abilities to their sometimes confusing displays of affection. Even though you can't ask your cat directly, you can be sure Google has the answer. So far we've discussed Google's top "Why do cats?" and "Do cats?" questions, but there's plenty more. If you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe to the channel for more cat videos. Now let's answer the 9 "How do cats?" questions that are most frequently Googled. Number 1. How do cats purr? Purring is a unique vocal ability that all domestic cats can produce. Other small cat species like the bobcat, the lynx, and the cougar can purr too, though large cat species like the lion, the tiger, and the leopard cannot. The ability to purr lies in the construction of the larynx, but the exact mechanisms of a purr confused researchers for decades. Purring typically ranges from 25 to 150 Hz, meaning it can be a uniquely low sound. The lowest frequency humans are usually able to hear is around 20 Hz, meaning a 25 Hz purr would be considered a very low frequency noise. This is interesting considering the small size of the domestic cat. Usually, lower frequencies can only be produced by larger animals because larger animals typically have longer vocal cords. Research published in Current Biology found that pads within the vocal cords allow for the production of purrs. While it was long believed that purring was a result of muscle contractions in the vocal cords, this new study shows that cats can produce purrs without contracting their muscles. Rather, the purring is more likely to be produced by oscillating waves that are sustained by the pads in the vocal cords. The extra padding allows the vocal cords to vibrate at low frequencies, like those that are produced during a purr. So cats can sustain very low frequencies without needing extra long vocal cords. Number 2. How do cats see the world? Cats see the world differently than humans in a few different ways. Firstly, cats do not see the same scope as humans. Rather, the scope of their vision is broader, meaning they can see more peripherally. Human vision spans around 180 degrees, while cat vision spans around 200 degrees. However, cats have a significantly lower ability to see clearly at long distances than humans. While humans can sharply perceive objects at distances 100 to 200 feet away, cats cannot see clearly past 20 feet. This means that cats are nearsighted. Though this may seem like a liability, it doesn't detract from their ability to be keen hunters. Cats are excellent at detecting motion and have excellent nearsighted vision, so they can track prey within their vicinity. Their sharp hearing and sense of smell aid them when their vision fails. Plus, cats can see much better in the dark than humans can. Their pupils can largely dilate to let in extremely low amounts of light. In fact, cats only need around 17% of the light that humans need to see clearly at night. Further, a cat's eyes contain a reflective layer called a tapetum that allows the eye to capture even more light. The tapetum is responsible for the glow that cats often have in their eyes when photographed in the dark. So compared to humans, cats can see more and can see better in the dark. However, they can't see nearly as far. But what about color? It isn't fully understood how exactly cats perceive color, but it is thought that they see less saturation and fewer hues. While cats are trichromats, meaning that they can perceive red, blue, and green, they have a lower concentration of cones than humans. Cones are the part of the eye that is responsible for perceiving color. Since cats have fewer cones, they likely see more diluted shades. Number 3. How do cats get worms? Many cats will encounter worms in their lifetime, most often tapeworms or roundworms. Worms may be contracted in multiple ways, but most commonly after coming into contact with infected feces, fleas, or rodents. Both indoor and outdoor cats can get worms, and it is important to recognize the symptoms and treat the infection. If you have multiple cats, they will likely all come into contact with the worms once one gets them. This is especially true if the cats share a litter box and will therefore be near infected feces. In many cases, worms or worm eggs will be visible in the infected feces. If you find worms in your cat's feces, make sure to go to your veterinarian. While most worm infections are easily cured, they can be incredibly harmful or even fatal if left untreated. Cats with worms may also show the following symptoms: vomiting, diarrhea, a dull coat, weight loss, and pale gums. Number 4. How do cats get ear mites? Ear mites are tiny parasites that take up residence in cats' ears. The most common species of ear mite, accounting for around 90% of cases, is Otodex cynotus. They multiply very quickly, so if left untreated, they can cause serious damage to a cat. Ear mites are transferred through contact, and they are said to be extremely contagious. They are most commonly transferred from one cat to another through direct contact. This is quite common among outdoor cats. Since ear mites are so contagious, they are likely to affect all animals in a multi-pet household. If you suspect your cat or any other pet has ear mites, visit your veterinarian. Since ear mites are tiny, they can just barely be seen by the human eye. You will likely notice the symptoms of the ear mites rather than the ear mites themselves. Cats with ear mites might have inflamed ears and visible discomfort. They will likely scratch their ears or shake their head. Luckily, most cases of ear mites are easily treatable with spot-on treatments or ear drops. Number 5. How do cats communicate with each other? Like humans, there are several ways that cats communicate with each other. They primarily communicate vocally through their body language. Though cats primarily meow to communicate with humans, they will occasionally meow to each other. This is most commonly observed by kittens communicating with their mothers. Cats will also purr to communicate with other cats, usually to express contentment or ailment. If a cat is angry with another cat, they may hiss, growl, or spit. When communicating through physical cues, the tail, ears, and posture are the most telling. Physical contact is also important to cats. To show affection to each other, cats will butt heads or rub against each other. They may also hook their tails together or boop their noses. Number 6. How do cats get FIP? FIP, or feline infectious peritonitis, is a dangerous viral infection caused by strains of feline coronavirus. There are many different strains of feline coronavirus, which were once classified into 2 groups: feline infectious peritonitis virus strains and feline enteric coronavirus strains. The latter, also known as FECV, are often harmless strains found in the intestinal tract. However, it is now known that 10% of FECV infections will mutate, leading to the development of FIP. Unfortunately, FIP is currently incurable and almost always fatal. While FIP is not regarded as very contagious, FECV is. Most FIP cases occur in cats who originally contracted FECV. Most cats come into contact with FECV via infected feces or saliva. Cats in shelters or other highly populated environments are at the most risk of coming into contact with FECV and later developing FIP. Younger cats also make up the majority of FIP cases, with around 70% of cases occurring in cats under 18 months old. Number 7. How do cats get tapeworms? Tapeworms are among the most common type of worms that a cat can contract. Unlike some other parasites, tapeworms can be seen with the naked eye. Adult tapeworms can reach a length of 11 inches. Unlike other worms that can be transmitted via feces, tapeworms need an intermediate host before they can infect a cat. This is most commonly fleas or occasionally rodents. Tapeworm eggs will often infect flea larvae and continue to grow inside of them until the fleas are adults. If a cat comes into contact with and ingests an infected flea, the tapeworm eggs will hatch and attach themselves to the cat's intestinal linings. Interestingly, a cat cannot be infected with tapeworms by eating tapeworm eggs. As mentioned previously, tapeworms need an intermediate host like a flea to develop as eggs. The best way to protect your cat from tapeworms is to protect your cat from fleas. By preventing your cat from ingesting an infected flea, you will prevent the tapeworm from further infecting your cat. Luckily, tapeworm infections are usually quite easily treated. However, it can be contracted again after just a few weeks if your cat is re-exposed to fleas. As such, flea prevention is essential to tapeworm prevention. Number 8. How do cats mate? Male cats tend to reach sexual maturity around 6 to 8 months, while female cats are around 7 to 9 months, though heat can occur in female cats as young as 4 months. At this point, the cats can reproduce through mating. Female cats who are not spayed experience a period called estrus, in which they are receptive to mating. Estrus occurs every 2 to 3 weeks and usually lasts around 7 days. During this period, the cat may loudly vocalize in an attempt to draw in potential mates. If she cannot find a mate, she may act distressed. If she finds a mate, the chances of her getting pregnant are very high. This is why it's important to get your cat spayed early, as you may soon find yourself with 4 to 6 more cats than you anticipated. Number 9. How do cats show affection? Cats most frequently show affection through their own language, which is not always the easiest for humans to interpret. Interestingly, cats often treat beloved humans like other cats. This is most commonly observed through grooming. Grooming is a display of affection. Cats will groom each other to build trust and reinforce a bond. Even though humans do not have fur and therefore do not need to be groomed, cats will often attempt to groom them anyway. Another way that cats show affection is through their body language and behavior. Cats will often rub up against their loved ones or give headbutts. Slow blinking is one of the classic ways that cats show affection, and it is one that you can actually reciprocate. You could slowly blink at your cat to show them that you love them. One of the most straightforward ways that cats show affection is by simply spending time with you. If your cat is following you around, sleeping around you, or is just always in the same room as you, they are showing you that they care about you. Now that we've gone over these answers, it's time for Cat of the Week. This video's cat of the week is Ronnie. His guardian says, "Meet Ronnie." Ronnie just recently turned a year old on January 27th. He is a domestic tabby shorthair with adorable white socks. We adopted Ronnie from our friend whose cat was pregnant. We anxiously waited 2 whole months for him to be born and then waited another 8 weeks. He's now the boss of the house and we're just the peasants living in it rent-free. He does the best purrs and is incredibly playful and agile. However, he hates toys that make noise. He loves summer and his family. Congratulations, Ronnie. Keep being pawsome. To enter your cat for a chance to be featured, visit the entry link in the description box below. So which of these answers did you find the most interesting? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up because it helps other cat lovers find our content. Thank you guys for watching and we'll see you next Catterday for another video.